Hi everyone, my name is Chelsea Smart and I work as a Senior Veterinary Officer in the Emergency Animal Disease Preparedness team. I'm your last speaker for tonight, so I've just got a few slides to go through before we finish up. An overview of emergency animal disease response structures in Australia and where private vets can fit in. So controlling an outbreak of an EAD requires collaboration across federal and state and territory governments, as well as industry and private sectors. This is achieved by adhering to a standard response structure, and this consists of functions and roles that are set out. So during the outbreak, there's regular communications between national groups, and these are often coordinated by the chief veterinary officers. This ensures that all jurisdictions are aware of and they can hopefully be supporting of the management plans of the outbreak in the infected areas. And it just gives a chance for lots of information sharing about the outbreak as it is occurring as well. So the response activities are most usually aligned to national management plans, such as the Emergency Animal Disease Response Agreement, or EADRA. That discusses cost sharing agreements and arrangements and responsibilities between governments and affected industries, and it does differ between different diseases as well. And also AusVet Plan. AusVet Plan is a series of manuals and supporting documents. It outlays how we approach EAD management in Australia. So these and other resources are freely available online, and they're managed by Animal Health Australia. So you can head to the Animal Health Australia website if you're interested in reading further, and the AusVet plan for avian influenza is available there as well. So as I mentioned, there are standard structures employed during a response, and this means that everybody is working in an assigned role with clear duties, and they work in a coordinated way. So an example of this structure is shown on this slide. This one's called a local control centre, and this might be set up in a region and staff might be deployed from there to carry out field work or operations work. So operations are the pink coloured roles, and this might be what you think of when you think about being a vet and working in a response. But you'll notice that there's lots of roles that aren't pink as well, and these are captured within different functions. So private vets that work in a response will be assigned to a role according to their skills, but this doesn't mean that you have to be a poultry vet or another specialist sort of vet to work in a specific response. There's lots of different expertise that's needed. And given the pressures of everyday clinic work and the breadth of, veterinary training and experience that we all have, vets are often suited to a range of different roles. So definitely don't think that you would be pigeonholed to one particular place. There are some stories available online from vets that have been involved in recent responses on the DAC website, particularly the Japanese encephalitis outbreak in 22 and also avian influenza in 2020. And so that's a good place to look if you're looking for stories or examples of different work that vets have done. So what are some next steps? If you're interested in learning more about becoming involved in an EAD response, please email pirsa.animalbio@sa.gov.au. We're compiling a mailing list. There's absolutely no obligation with being on this list to attend any training or be involved in the response, but it just keeps you in the loop for upcoming things. I would also highly recommend you visit the DAF website for engaging private vets. We'll include the link in the resources to be sent out after this webinar. There's a particularly good page of frequently asked questions about Australian vet involvement, and it includes things about remuneration, how to be recognised registration, what does it mean to be a contracted vet versus a vet that works for the government during the response, and also information for employers that want to support vets to be able to take part. So that's a really great place to look. And I also just wanted to mention some free training that's available online. Animal Health Australia, again, has really great courses that are quite short, easy to get through. You get a certificate at the end, and especially the foundation courses gives you a really great overview of working in a response. So just in light of the time that we've got now, that sort of brings me to the end of our presentation, just leaving you with the Emergency Animal Disease Hotline, as always, on 1800 675 888.